Picture the most beautiful mountain you know and can imagine, one whose form speaks personally to you. As you focus on the image or feeling of the mountain in your mind's eye, notice its overall shape, the lofty peak, the base rooted in the rock of the earth's crust, the steep or gently sloping sides. Note as well how massive it is, how unmoving, how beautiful whether seen from afar or up close, a beauty emanating from its unique signature of shape and form, and at the same time embodying universal qualities of mountainness, transcending particular shape and form. Perhaps your mountain has snow at the top and trees on the lower slopes. Perhaps it has one prominent peak, perhaps a series of peaks or a high plateau. However it appears, just sit and breathe with the image of this mountain, observing it, noting its qualities. When you feel ready, see if you can bring the mountain into your own body, so that your body sitting here becomes the mountain. Your head becomes the lofty peak, your shoulders and arms the sides of the mountain, your buttocks and legs the base rooted to your cushion or the floor. Experience in your body the sense of uplift, the elevated quality of the mountain deep in your own spine. Invite yourself to become a breathing mountain, unwavering in your stillness, completely what you are, beyond words and thought, a centered, rooted, unmoving presence. Now, as you well know, throughout the day the sun travels the sky, and the mountain just sits. Light and shadow and colors are changing virtually moment to moment in the mountain's stillness. Even the untrained eye can see the changes by the hour. These evoke the masterpieces of Claude Monet, who had the genius to set up many easels and paint the life of his inanimate subjects hour by hour, moving from canvas to canvas as the play of light, shadow, or color transformed cathedral, river, or mountain. As the light changes, the night follows day, and day night. The mountain just sits, simply being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow into one another, and as the weather changes moment by moment and day by day. Calmness, abiding all change. In the summer, there is no snow on the mountain, except perhaps at the very top or in its crags shielded from direct sunlight. In the fall, the mountain may display a coat of brilliant fire colors. In winter, a blanket of snow and ice. In any season, it may find itself enshrouded in clouds or fog, or pelted by freezing rain. The tourists who come to visit may be disappointed if they can't see the mountain clearly, but it's all the same to the mountain. Seen or unseen, in clouds or sun, broiling or frigid, it just sits, being itself. At times visited by violent storms, buffeted by snow and rain and winds of unthinkable magnitude, through all of it, the mountain sits. Spring comes, the birds sing in the trees once again, leaves return to the trees which had lost them. Flowers bloom in the high meadows, and on the slopes, streams overflow with water of melting snow. Through it all, the mountain continues to sit, unmoved by the weather, by what happens on the surface, by the world of appearances. As we sit holding this image in our minds, we can embody the same unwavering stillness and rootedness in the face of everything that changes in our own lives over seconds, hours, and years. In our lives and in our meditation practice, we experience constantly the changing nature of mind and body and of the outer world. We experience periods of light and dark, vivid color and drab dullness. We experience storms of varying intensity and violence, and in the outer world, and in our own lives and minds. Buffeted by high winds, the cold and rain, we endure periods of darkness and pain, as well as savoring moments of joy and uplift. Even our appearance changes constantly, just like the mountains, experience a weather and a weathering of its own. By becoming the mountain in our meditation, we can link up with its strength and stability and adopt them for our own. We can use its energies to support our efforts to encounter each moment with mindfulness, equanimity, and clarity. It may help us to see that though our thoughts and feelings, our preoccupations, our emotional storms and crises, even the things that happen to us, are much like the weather on the mountain. We tend to take it personally, but its strongest characteristic is impersonal. The weather of our own lives is not to be ignored or denied. It is to be encountered, honored, felt, known for what it is, and held in high awareness, since it can kill us. In holding it in this way, we come to know a deeper silence and stillness and wisdom that we may have never thought possible, right within the storms. Mountains have this to teach us and more, if we can come to listen. Yet when all is said and done, the mountain meditation is only a device, a finger pointing us towards somewhere. We still have to look, then go. While the mountain image can help us become more stable human beings and far more interesting and complex than mountains, we are breathing, moving, dancing mountains. We can simultaneously become hard like rock, firm, unmoving, and at the same time be soft, gentle, and flowing. We have a vast range of potential at our disposal. We can see and feel. We can know and understand. We can learn. We can grow. We can heal. Especially if we learn to listen to the inner harmony of things and hold the central mountain axis through thick and thin.